All right, so we're being joined by Aljamain Sterling, the current UFC bantamweight champion. I appreciate you taking the time today to speak with some local media. It means a lot. Just my first question to you: how's Florida been treating you? How's the fight prep been going?
Florida's been great so far. I mean, I can't really complain. I haven't really had the opportunity to do much. We got in late last night from the flight, so we just got right to work as soon as we got to the hotel, and we just finished up a workout just now. So far, so good.
Good. How was the flight situation? Flights have been canceled like all weekend. Did you guys have any trouble?
A little bit. It got a little crazy. It got a little iffy for us, but we managed to make it on, and we're here. So there's a fight.
Good. I like to put it out there. I'm a fellow New Yorker as well. I'm from Rockland County, so it's always good talking to a Long Island guy.
Nice.
Just your progression through the UFC has been pretty remarkable. This fight coming up, obviously, is a huge one for you. What's the feeling like getting hit with an illegal knee late in a fight, and then you hear, "Oh, Petr Yan was looking good. He was going to win that fight anyway." What level of feeling do you get from that?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I mean, the way I was looking that day and the way I felt going into that fight, literally hours before, he was well on his way to winning, and he blew it, So, I mean, I understand why people say what they say, but we got an opportunity to do it the right way, and I can't wait to rub it in their faces that I knew exactly what I was talking about, and I am who I say I am.
With that being said, does anything change for you going into this fight? You came out pretty fast. It looks like, honestly, both of you were a little gassed there late in the rounds before he hit you with that knee. Do you change anything going into this one?
For me, no. I honestly plan to come out and do the same exact thing. And this time I will have the energy to do it. I was compromised coming in hours before the fight, a miscalculation on my part. And, I mean, you look at my other fights, I come out fast like that. Same thing with Sandhagen, the same thing with Pedro Munoz, Gio Rivera. I come out, I push early. I get these strikers tired early so that it makes it a lot easier for me to take them down. Or even the Pedro fight, once I slow these guys down a bit, I didn't even need to take Pedro down. I was able to just outstrike him on the feet, keep him guessing with a couple of what would you call it, throwaway takedowns, and make him just respect that this can still end up on the ground. And then I just kept picking him apart on the feet, So I think I've done a pretty great job with applying pressure. Cody Stamann, Brett Johns, same exact thing, So my style is my style. And people kind of took that and ran with it, saying like, "Oh, he went too hard." I'm like, dude, I've done this every single fight. Jan didn't do anything. It was how I was feeling, which was the dictator of how I looked in that fight. It had nothing to do with him. Not saying he's not good. He fought and did what he was supposed to do. He was well prepared. I made a mistake, and it won't happen again.
What mistake did you make? Was it how you cut weight? Was it dietary? What was it?
Dietary, and I hate saying it out loud because it just sounds ridiculous. But essentially, eating in the morning at 10:30 and then not having anything in between that, and that was after a hard 20-minute workout. So doing that from about 12 o'clock till the fight, I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and I figured it out. It was going through the day with the UFC PI team. We figured out it was the nutrition going into the fight. Just didn't have the energy levels after depleting the energy from a tough weight cut, and then not having the food source needed to sustain that energy for that type of pace, it makes a difference. I felt like I was still cutting weight, and that's the best way I can explain to anybody. So if you know what that feels like, just imagine feeling like that going into the octagon, fighting a world-class athlete like Petr Yan. So at the end of the day, I know what it was. I'm not saying he's not good, taking nothing away from him, but he blew it, and we're going to see who's who come Saturday night.
How much weight do you typically have to cut for a fight?
Well, I walk around about, depending on if I'm training or not, casually training, about 165 to 170. So I'm a pretty big bantamweight. So for me to get down, like even today, we kind of had a little hiccup with the interviews. Nothing against you guys, but I was just finishing up a workout. They told me my morning was clear, so I want to get the weight cut done early so that I can relax, and then do the rest of the weight cut at night, and then just have Thursday to focus on the last bit. So it's a procedure that I really have to make sure that I dial it in, because it's not easy, man. I'm not saying it's easy for anybody else, but for me to get down, it's a significant amount of weight. So after this, I got a couple more things, and it's just part of the job. Once you get to this position, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. A few more questions. Just as a fighter gets more along in their career, and you're still a young guy, you move up a class if you're a bit of a bigger bantamweight, featherweight, whatever it be. How are you feeling right now in your career at bantamweight? Obviously, you're defending this title right now. You don't want to go anywhere. But, have the weight cuts gotten harder as you've progressed?
I would say so. I'm getting older. I'm 32 years old now.
Still a young guy.
I'm not that young. Still young, but, back in college, I can cut the weight. I can cut 20 pounds in 2 days. I've done it before. Not the ideal situation, but I've done it before. I can't do that anymore. I mean, I could maybe, but I'll be killing myself. I'm just a lot bigger. My frame's different. Metabolism has slowed down, and now I have to do it a little bit more strategically. In comparison to back in the days, I would just starve myself and tough it out through the workouts, and you'd feel like complete crap. So we live and we learn, we get better, we evolve, and maybe 145 is in my future. But like even this morning, I woke up, I could have made the weight for 145 later today if I wanted to, but I'm a little bit too small for those guys, but at the same time, I'm just a little too big for 135, but I can make it, So I just suck it up and get it done, and we'll see. A couple more fights. I got a couple more big names I would like to challenge myself against and cement my name in history as one of the best bantamweights of all time. I think that's what it's all about for me. Competing is cool. Making money is even better because I wrestle for free. So, New Yorkers, man, we all about our money, all about the Benjamin. So it's nice to get paid to do something that you love. And I got in this to challenge myself against the best guys in the world. So I got a couple more guys on the hit list. When I'm done with that, maybe we can entertain going up to 145 and seeing what's good up there.
So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you've ever faced a fighter twice. Am I wrong? Am I right in that?
Within the UFC, I haven't.
Yeah.
But as an amateur, I have. I've had 2 rematches.
Okay. But this obviously is elevated given Pure's status, your status as well. When you fight a guy like that twice, like, what's your preparation? Do you, I know you said you're going to come out stylistically the same. You're going to come out the way you always do, but tactically throughout the match, are there different things you're going to try, different things you want to try out with him?
I mean, punch him in the face. That's essentially what this is. It's punch him more than he punches me. And if he presents an opportunity for me to take him down, and give him a couple lessons in Funk Jitsu, baby,
Yeah, there you go. My last question to you, you mentioned there were a few more guys on your list after Pure that you want to take care of. Who might they be?
TJ Dillashaw for sure. I would like to compete against him. He's done a lot of great things in this division, albeit I still think he cheated. I think his entire UFC career outside of the John Dodson fight. Jose Aldo would be a good one. And I think Dominic Cruz, he's been looking great coming back from his loss to both Cody Garbrandt and Henry Cejudo. So he's made some big changes, I think. And I think he's starting to feel more comfortable fighting a lot more often, a little bit more frequently. So he's looking like a mainstay player again. And who doesn't know who he is? He's one of the pioneers of the sport. And we've had our like headbutting stuff before. He's like blocked me on social media and stuff like that before too. I have no beef against the guy. I just would like to fight him. It's just one of those things to say I fought him and we could grab a beer after maybe, but he'll be a good guy to test myself against.
So the bantamweight division has been pretty volatile since Cejudo, ceremoniously retired after his win a few years ago. You have a chance right now to really kind of cement yourself at the top of that position. Do you feel any added pressure, or do you kind of thrive in that environment?
I love it, man. If anyone has ever wrestled at a high level, D3 is not the highest level, but it's high enough when you get to the national tournament. And I always told myself, when you step on that mat, not to get shocked by the bright lights, is try to envision that it's all for you. Everyone's here to see your show, even if there's not, even if you're not even seated in the tournament, So I think it's all about the mindset shift and being able to dial it in that way. So for me, I relish in those type of moments. I feel like these moments come and go. And if they're going to break you, then it's like, what are you doing this for? You got to be able to channel that and use that for positive energy and to help propel you forward, as opposed to make you feel like you want to tuck your tail and not show what you're really capable of. And I think that's what life is all about. Some people are afraid of taking those shots and taking those chances. And I've never been one of those guys. If you fail in front of the world, people can sit there, point the fingers, but they're the ones not getting out there and actually trying to do it. We are. And for me, that's a big win in my book. So go out there, try to cement my name in history once again, and just continue my legacy.
Aljamain Sterling going up against Petr Yan this weekend at UFC 273 to defend his UFC bantamweight title. Aljo, I appreciate the time. Thank you. From one New Yorker to another. Good luck this weekend, and enjoy Jacksonville if you have the time to.
Thank you. Gonna get some Jamaican food.
Yes,
hopefully
sir.
On Friday.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Enjoy. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Take it easy.